Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to do a 60,000 mile review on my Chevy Volt 2013. Let's go check it out, and I'll be driving it today. Alright, so just got to my car. I charge it on a 120 volt, just like a standard outlet. Charge it from the balcony. Got the extension cord. Unplug it here. So I charged it last night. Forget the voltage, but hold on one sec. That charge took about 16 hours. Alrighty. Starting up the Volt, let's go. So usually you're supposed to have 40, but I only end up with 30. I know summertime it was a little different. So I did it on a 120 volt. And the level was, I just keep it at a reduced 8 amps, and that takes about 16 hours. I noticed if you do the maximum, the 12 amps, you're gonna be ending up with about a 12-hour charge, so it saves a few hours. But I just come home, charge it right away, and then I leave in the morning. It's usually fully charged. But with the 240, it's gonna take 3 hours. So that's quicker if you got that hooked up in your garage. I unfortunately don't have an outlet for that, so it takes mine a little longer. And now we're gonna do, just gonna be driving and talking about the car, like, you know, the benefits of using this car as a daily driver versus like my other car, the GTR. So this saves a ton on gas, if you can imagine. So the lifetime when I bought it was about 82 miles. Now it's down to 64. The other guy, the previous owner, probably drove a lot more city, not so much freeways and long distances. So I drive about over 100 miles a day. So my gas mileage is gonna be down because I'm not getting to use the electric that much. So right now I'm averaging about 44.8. So right around where the Prius is at, you know, 50 mpg. And, you know, I should have got a Prius since I drive over 100 miles each day. So, but, you know, I'm overall happy with it, and I'll share my experience with you guys in a second. I'm gonna remount the camera. All right, guys, I am back. So let's get going. So far so good. Only maintenance I've done on the car is about oil changes. They advised me to do the brake fluid last time, but I didn't have time to wait around for that. So I'm gonna do it next time. It's about 120 bucks to do the brake fluid. So everything on this car for maintenance wise is pretty cheap. The only issue I had, I posted a video a while back on my channel. Maybe you can find it, and I'll link it down in the description below. But I did a cabin air filter change in the cabin for the Volt, because the AC was kind of smelling kind of funky. And you know, I read online how to do it, so I watched a YouTube video, installed that. That part was on like Amazon for 15 bucks. I can link it down in the description below. That saved, you know, a lot of smelly incidents in the car. So it was kind of funky. I don't know if it was just built up mildew or whatever, what is like that. I put Lysol in the cabin filter and then in that vent, and then replaced the cabin filter, so the Volt doesn't have one. So that's kind of unfortunate. And so that fixed that, and you know, the AC doesn't smell. You know, you can change the ventilation system from time to time, run the AC, get the air from the outside, make sure you crack your windows when you park. So that's kind of a little feedback on that situation. So yeah, I'm driving in the city right now, and then I'm gonna take the freeway. So what I normally do is I keep it on electric drive mode. It's called normal mode. And then as soon as I get on the freeway, I'm gonna switch it over to hold mode. So that's gonna hold the charge and not use my electricity. That helps me save a lot on gas, because if you run the electric on the freeway, your charge is gone. It's, you know, you go 3 miles, but it takes off like 10. It's not really, the electric is very good for low speeds. Yeah, we did a little burnout. This car has a lot of torque. But anyways, get back to the electric charge. Yeah, you want to save it for the freeway. And that's pretty much it. So this car just ran a red stop sign. Nice, cool. Be careful out there. So getting on the freeway, switching over to hold mode. And there's some other weird modes that I don't really mess around with. Mountain mode, sport mode. I'm in a Chevy Volt. I don't need the sport mode, sorry. And I used to drive a lot with the gear changing. Like if I come to a stop or if I'm exiting the freeway, drop it to a low gear, like the L, to save on the brakes. You know, it's too much to think about while you're driving. You know, I don't want to keep going like this and that, changing gears, and it's an automatic car, so I didn't find a point in that. I mean, maybe I saved a few miles of MPG here and there, but come on, really? I also tested the gas, so like the 87, the 91, the 89. The 91 is going to be what you should put in the car. That's what it says on the gas tank. So that's what you're going to get, and then that's going to have the best gas mileage as well. So that's what I found out, you know. I mean, a little different, like here and there, 5 for, I got a bunch of text messages blowing up here. No texting and driving, it's gonna have to wait. Anyways, where were we? With the gas. About the gas, I didn't find it too different from the 89 to 87 to 91. The 87 compared to the 91, I got around 50 for the 91, and then the 87 I got around 45, so I was messing around with that. Not too much different, so I just went with the 91, what's recommended inside the gas tank, or inside the gas cap. So I'm at 61,000 miles right now. A couple weird noises in the car, like if you're driving the car for a while, it makes like the motor makes like a ring, it gets louder. I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I don't know if it's just, it does that. It's like it charges up, goes down. I'm not sure what it's doing. I think it's normal. But, and I got the carpool stickers on my car, so I'm in the carpool lane. That's an advantage for sure. So if you get a Volt or Prius, get those stickers and you can go in the carpool lane, avoid all the traffic. I love it. That's one of the things I love about this car. The suspension and the brakes. So let's get to the suspension. The suspension is a little soft and bouncy, you know. It's a cheap car, so the suspension's not the greatest. But it feels like you're floating on air. It's like you can go 100 miles an hour. I'm not going 100 right now, but you can go 100. And it feels like you're going 60. It's the weirdest feeling in this car. And I've had my fiance and other people drive the car. They're like, it's very weird. It feels like you're floating and you're just coasting. So, you know, I'm going about 70 miles an hour right now, and it feels like I'm going 40. It's so weird, but it's very smooth, quiet. You know, I love it. As a daily, I think this is like one of the best dailies I've ever had, because you can just get in it, go in it, beat it, floor it, this and that, and you can go. And if you floor it, you're not going anywhere. It's got a lot of torque. You might squeak the tires a little bit, but nothing crazy, you know. The acceleration sucks, but it's a hybrid. You buy it to save gas and to commute. So that's what I'm doing with it. Brakes, I haven't really had an incident where I had to, you know, slam on my brakes, but to brake kind of like hard to the off ramp, I've had some situations like that. You know, I try to leave a lot of room, but something comes up, someone cuts me off, you know, you're gonna tap on the brakes. The brake brakes feel very spongy. Not sure if I need the fluid or the new brake pads, but I was reading reviews on that. The pedal feels very spongy. You can like press the pedal to the floor, and then the car goes like the motor goes up. It's weird. I don't know, but the brakes kind of feel spongy, cheap. I mean, no issues when I'm stopping. Like, they feel great. You know, they do the job. Just the pedal feels kind of mushy. I rotated the tires, the tire tread. You know, it's wearing out a little bit. So I heard these cars, they go through a lot of tires, you know, quickly. Front wheel drive, you know, switch them, you know, rotate them every 5,000 miles. That's good for the tread wear. So I need new tires I'm gonna try to, you know, last as long as I can. It's raining season right now, so I got good tread left, but summertime I might need to change the tires again. I wish it had 5 seats, but it's only got 4 seats in the back. That's all right. I just have like me and someone else in the car. There's no one else really in the back seat. Very spacious in the hatch area. You know, I got all my marketing supplies in there in the back. So it's a roomy car, you know, it's great. A lot of space. So I'd highly recommend this car to any people commuting in the sales industry, real estate, you know, people that live far away from work. You know, you want a good, safe, you know, quiet car, good on gas, fairly cheap. I bought this one 2013. I bought it last year for about 16,000, so that's a pretty good deal. I knew they were about in the 30s to 40 section, 30-40 grand. So that's a pretty good deal. And I got it when it was 40,000 miles. I put about 20,000 on it, and no issues. Got a couple nails in my tires, but that's what happens when you drive a lot. I drive about 2,000 miles a month, so far so good. I love it. You know, I'm gonna just keep driving the car until it, you know, something happens, and I'll keep you guys posted. So it's kind of a boring car, you know, nothing really wrong with it. It's cool. Change your oil, take it for maintenance. I got my little reminder on when I need to take it in, schedule an appointment, and they got a warranty for I think it's about 8 years for the battery, 100,000 miles. So the battery's good. You know, I called in and asked about the battery, like, hey, you know, why isn't it holding charge? Oh, the temperature, the wattage, they give you the runaround. So other than losing 10 miles on my charge, I mean, this car has been pretty good to me. And if you go uphill, you don't get as much on the charge, but if you're going downhill, coasting it, you'll actually get the miles back that you lost. So the best I had driving was about 42, 45 on the electric charge, and that was going through the canyons and the mountains. That was pretty cool. You know, I was kind of low on gas, and then I was on the electric, and then I started getting miles back. I was like, oh hey, free MPG. I love that. I want to do a video, the Volt versus the Prius. It's gonna be kind of stupid, like drag race and 0 to 60. Maybe I'll get some friends with Priuses. I know I got a couple of buddies with them. Cars so quiet, like me. That's the scary part. When you're in the parking lot, you don't hear the car coming, and then you just say, oh, Volt coming. No backup sensors. I don't have any sensors. I just go. Oh, I did want to add one thing. I remembered what happened once in summertime. I got an error. I was going uphill about 100 degrees, and it says reduce power, engine propulsions or something like that. Reduce power. Anyways, I looked it up. It happens sometimes with the battery. It's like reduce power, and you floor it, and you only can go like 65. So I'm not sure if that was a heat issue. I haven't, you know. It's funny thing is with like engine check engine lights or stuff that happens with the car, by the time you take it to the dealer, it's gone. So by the time I was, you know, curious, Googling about it, you know, it says to go into the dealer, they can reset something, but mine went away like that very day when you start and stop the car, or even after I was driving going downhill and getting off the freeway, that engine reduced power thing kind of went off. I'm not sure if that's a red flag, but ever since the winter I have never seen it. I saw it about like 2 times on the car, and I haven't had it since. So I mean, car's been running great. I'm not sure if it was a heat issue with the battery and outside temperature. Summertime in California is just, it gets pretty crazy and hot. So, 100 degrees, and then the car gets, maybe 120, engine temp, 200 degrees. Who knows? So that was the only issue I had. It didn't, just disappeared, never came back. So still at 60,000. Haven't seen it for, maybe 10 to 15,000. That happened in like summertime. So just wanted to let you know about that one. And that's pretty much it for the issues on the car. Got to change the oil soon. Do the brake fluid coming up in a little bit. And people are honking at me or something happened. Going too slow in the Volt. That's what happens. This guy's license plate says Sea Scum. That's funny. All right, so that's it. Oh, and another thing. Just remember when you're driving it. So I'm gonna pull up and park. So there's a front lip I'll show you in the car, on the front of the car, and that thing is really low. So parking spots, you kind of crumble that. I'm not like very cautious, I guess. And then there's gonna be, like the dips and everything. So the car is super low compared to a sports car. It's got that little plastic thing for underneath the car for aerodynamics, for better fuel efficiency, I'm guessing. So yeah, be careful with driveways and curbs and those parking blocks that you park, because you're just gonna just break it. And then there's like a clip, on the sides that I can show you right now that kind of snips in, clamps in. And at first I was like reclipping it every time it fell out, but now I just leave it unclipped. It's just too much of a hassle. You go over one driveway and it unclips, and so that's kind of annoying, but it's not a big deal. I mean, this is a plastic thing underneath, and you can just reclip it or replace it, or just, you could probably remove it too. So it's not a big deal. I'm not sure what it does, but probably aerodynamics, I'm guessing. But if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Leave a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to, if you want to find out more about the Volt, or I'm doing some videos about the GTR, anything kind of car related, you can check out my channel. And love to get some new video ideas. If you guys got some ideas for me, what you recommend, what I should do, pretty much anything, comment down below, and I'll answer to my best ability, and I'll make as many videos as I can. So thanks for watching. Be sure to have a golden day, and keep watching. See you next time, guys. I'm driving away to work.